And National Assembly Minority Leader Francis Nyenze are addressing the media just a day after the unveiling of the NASA leadership. Let's listen in.
Exercise that took place in Kitui County, whereby the party national chairman, Honorable David Musila, who was vying for the governorship, was rigged out. His victory was so clear, so glaring, but it was snatched from him. As a minority leader and a senior party leader of Wiper, I'm appealing to the party leader, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, to revisit this issue of Kitui gubernatorial nominations, whereby the current governor, Honorable Malombe, was declared the winner. There was a lot of rigging, there was a lot of intimidation, there was no free and fair election, because I visited the place at that time, and I can very clearly say those elections were rigged in favor of Governor Malombe. I'm appealing to Honorable Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to revisit that issue so that there is no fallout in the party. The same happened to Honorable Kitungi, who is a member of parliament for Mwingi West. And those two cases should be looked into because this election has caused a lot of anger and bad feeling in the county of Kitui. I also want to state that Honorable Muluvi, who is the MP of Kitui East, has been intimidated by police. He's been accused of so many things, and they've tried to arrest his people. And they arrested some, and they were released after a lot of lobbying. We don't want this kind of intimidation. Party members feel that loyal Wiper party members should not be intimidated, and we want that one to stop. Those are the two issues I wanted to talk about. On the Wiper ODM Memorandum of Understanding of 2013, I want to say that, in my own opinion, the Kamba Nation got a raw deal, because now there was an MOU in 2013 that Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and the entire Ukambani support Raila. And we did that man to man. In 2017, it was to be Kalonzo Musyoka. But through their negotiations, and I was a lead negotiator, the committee that was tasked with selecting the flag bearer could not reach consensus. But the 4 principles, now called 5 principles, they met and made that decision. I'm still saying it will be a very difficult task to convince the Kamba Nation to play the second fiddle when they played that in 2013, and in 2017 they expected their son to be the flag bearer. So these are things that I say as a senior member of Wiper, as a Kamba leader, and it's good to say the truth to shame the devil. There is a lot of bad feeling that this formula, we saw it in 2013, and we had hoped that Kalonzo would be the flag bearer, flanked with by either Raila, Musalia, or Wetangula. But now we've seen.
And for those of you watching us on KTN Home, we wrap up News Desk, but we continue with this press conference on KTN News.
Vote again for NASA when their son is not the flag bearer. Thank you. Yes.
And I understand you're live on all channels, so when responding, you look at the camera.
Oh, yes.
I want to know now that you've said with regard to that MOU, you still stand your ground that the Kamba Nation got a road deal, and as senior member of Wiper, you're not satisfied. Are you going to play a leading role in campaigning for NASA, or you feel like, given that you've been given a road deal both as an individual and as a community, you will not be as active as you were or as you anticipated should it have been Kalonzo?
When we talk as people's representatives, because we are elected on a Wiper party. And when we express our opinions, we express the opinions of the people who elected us. They have been calling us, telling us, what is this? We thought Kalonzo would be the presidential flag bearer. Now, do you want us to vote again for Raila and not Kalonzo? So these are hard questions. And that's why I'm saying it's good to be sincere, speak the truth and shame the devil. And it's also good to say it, not to pretend that things are okay when things are not okay. It's a tall order to convince our people to vote again for someone else and not Kalonzo as a flag bearer.
So does it mean as you, as a section of leaders from the Ukambani community, will not campaign for Raila Odinga as the NASA flag bearer?
We need to consult first and heal, because this came as a shocker. And as I've said earlier, I was in the negotiating team. And up to the last minute, Kalonzo was to be the flag bearer. Up to the last minute. How it changed the night they signed, we were all taken aback. And it's a feeling that we need to consult, we need to sit, we need to talk and see the way forward. We cannot assume that our people will just follow some instruction unless they have consultation. They have to be explained why Kalonzo was not the flag bearer, and they have also to know why they should vote for NASA again when there was an MOU. So we don't want anybody to take Kambas for a ride. And I said it before, that the bringing in of these other newer people, members to NASA, the dropping out of the name code was to circumvent or to keep the MOU underground. I did say that, and I've seen a trend. We cannot be asked as a community, what do we have to bring on the table? We've registered more than any other people. We've registered 2.5 million Kambas in the Lower Eastern and in the diaspora. We have a very big members who can vote. And we need our rightful position to lead this country.
Just to get it clear, you say the introduction of removing of code and bringing in NASA was to eliminate
the MOU of 2013. Yeah.
But don't you think the entry of Mudavadi and Isaac Ruto added value to the opposition movement? And then the second question, you've asked the party leader to revisit the issue of Kitui.
Yes. Yes.
My understanding is that Senator Sila has already moved on and resigned and is going for as an independent candidate, or has there been a change?
There has not been change. Honorable Musila, who is seated on my right, won the election, but because he felt that the election result was stolen from him, the victory, he went on to resign, because the only option that was left was to stand as an independent candidate. But Musila is a co-founder member of Wiper, and I've appealed to him. I've talked to him since morning to reconsider his decision even after that election, because he is one pillar that Wiper will look very weak when it goes without Honorable Musila.
Does CCM add value to NASA?
That's what?
The entry of the two.
Okay.
Do they add value?
Let's say,
Still winning out them.
I'm not qualified to say that. They may have, they may not. But I'm talking about the MOU between Wiper and ODM. And that is the bone of contention. And that is what I'm saying. It has been buried underground. And for the Kamba Nation, it has to be explained why they never got their share. And if I don't fight for the Kamba Nation, who will fight for them? I will stand firm and say what is right for the Kamba Nation. They deserve it. And I will not be shy. I will not fear. I will stand to say this was a raw deal for the Kamba Nation. Yes.
According to the latest agreement, Raila Odinga should just
Be a transition leader.
transition leader. Maybe we should give him a chance, and the son can also take it from there.
You see now, the good thing is, if that MOU of 2013 was trashed and said it was not crafted in a proper way and it was dishonored, what guarantee is there that even this MOU for Raila being a transition president will hold? You know, power. Yes.
But the 2013 we kept asking, none of you could produce, and as it came out, perhaps it was sort of a gentleman agreement. But yesterday, we saw your party leader wielding that document and said this is now public, anybody can get it, and as such, there will be no, it is an end of era of political deceit. So as it stands, you people kept on pushing the 2013 that we never saw it, and we kept asking, nobody could produce. And then Senator Musila, perhaps you are an elder, you played a critical role in 2013. We want to pick your mind after yesterday's unveiling of the opposition team. What is your take on that?
Could be. You can move. Move.
Well, I just want to say that I saw the lineup yesterday. I was not involved in the negotiations. I don't even know what the agreement says. And so, to me, whatever they have agreed, I am a stranger to it. And I think most of members of our team, including members of parliament, including the lead negotiator, appears not to be aware of what the contents of that document are. Indeed, we would have liked to be involved. It looks to us that the party leader committed himself without consultation.
Do you think with Raila as the flag bearer, are there chances of you lifting the presidency, or without Kalonzo there, it has deteriorated?
I think the minority leader here has said that we are still discussing, and we are not passing judgment that we are supporting that team or we are not supporting. I think it's a matter of us discussing, and we want to appeal to the party leader to also come and meet us and tell us what is involved in this document. I'm sure the other parties have discussed, but none of us has discussed. We are not aware of the contents, and we are apprehensive. And the community is asking us many questions. What is there for us? And we are saying we are also finding out. So maybe after this, the party leader will put us together and tell us what it's all about, and what, when he signed, definitely must have seen something good in it. So that's what we want to know, so that we can go and tell our public, our community, that yes, this is a good document. We can support it. This is what we have. But as the lead negotiator says, because myself, I thought I thought he would tell us what it is, but he says he is not aware. So there is a problem here, and it needs to be resolved before we talk to our people.
Will you reconsider your move?
Well,
Student talking.
I made a decision, and I made it very clear that the results as announced were not from the body that is mandated to conduct elections. The results were not from the National Election Board. The National Election Board, as we speak, is still protesting why results were released outside them. We understand those results were concorded by my opponent and were approved by the party leader without authority of the board. So me, as far as I'm concerned, I've made a decision, and I think it's final. Of course, my colleagues feel weakened by my decision, and I said yesterday, I regret to take such a decision on a party that I'm a co-founder, that I'm national chair, but then if the national chair, if the co-founder can be treated in a manner that I have been treated, that I have won, and everybody knows that I won the margin of 10,000, but I didn't win according to the party leader and according to Malombe, then even on the personal level, it means that my position is not tenable, whether I am a co-founder, whether I'm a pillar, whatever I am. If that can happen, then obviously I have no business in such a party, not only for myself, but the purpose, the reason that the party has demonstrated that it cannot conduct free and fair elections, and I cannot be associated with such a party because I have a reputation. I have served the public service together in politics for over 50 years. This is a reputation I've built for a lifetime. And all know that David Musila is blameless. He has never done anything that is not right. Now, for me to be associated with these actions that are taking place in a party, and I'm the chair, this is why I'm saying no, please, thank you. I'll keep aside. Muendelee na ghasia yenu, msiniharibie jina yangu ambao nimetengeneza maisha yangu yote.
Thank you.
No, I cannot. To declare me a winner, there would have been a process.
All right, that press conference from the National Assembly chambers, or rather precincts, by Wiper leaders just addressing some of the issues emerging. Remember, just today, after NASA announced and unveiled their lineup for the 2017 8th August general elections, cracks appear to already be emerging. This time, the Wiper party saying that as far as they're concerned, up to the very end, it was meant to be Kalonzo Musyoka as the flag bearer, and that they do not understand what happened. So, of course, asking that Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka explain to the rest of the leadership just what is it that this deal offers. Also bringing in the question of the MOU in 2013, and they feel that they were shortchanged in that particular MOU. Why should this particular agreement this time around be trusted? They're posing that question. And of course, the issues around Musila, who maintains he won, he was rigged out, and they're appealing to Kalonzo Musyoka to have that exercise redone to ensure justice is served. So they're saying and questioning this new deal and lineup by NASA.